All right, so now we're going to continue. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is a drive. That is what we know as Google Drive. Google Drive. You can see it here, Drive. So when I click now to access it, see, like I said, since you already have a Google account, you can now access all of these Google tools. All right. So this is Google Drive. So when I click on Google Drive, it's open, so it's loading. So we just wait for it. Okay. So you can see this is my Google Drive. Now, so what is this Google Drive? So Google Drive is a storage uh space. You understand? That Google grants or that Google gives us access to simply because we have a Google account. That's just it. So it's a file storage uh space in the cloud. When I mean in the cloud is that, it's not the file you store there is not existing in your phones or your computers. But when you store the file, it goes to the cloud and stays there in the cloud for you. Now you might ask, what is this cloud, man? A lot of explanation for that, but just for a brief understanding, I will just explain it this way that this cloud I'm talking about is a storage or I don't want to use the word database anyway. Is a storage location that is existing in the servers of Google, all right, in which we can upload files to, and it will stay in their server under our account, under our name, such that we can be able to retrieve these files or download it back anytime we need them. All right. So this is my Google Drive, okay? And then there are several files here in my Google Drive, okay? So it's just showing me a lot of stuff. So when I click on my drive, it shows all the files in my drive, just it's loading. Okay, it's trying to load to show me my files, okay? All right, so when I click on my drive here, yeah, all right, now it has loaded. So you see, so these are the files that I have. So inside this Google Drive, you can create folders in which you use for like you can create folders you can use that you can make use of to organize your files so that you won't just like have files here. You can see for example, these ones are all files here. You can see these ones, while the ones on top are folders. You can see these are folders, these are files. And inside each folder, I have some files inside each of these folders. Okay. So you can go ahead to create more. When you click on this plus, you see create new folder or upload file or upload folder. So you can choose to upload a file or a folder. All right. So it's very simple to use. There's no much stuff about this now. Okay. So here, when you click on this, it shows like the recently uploaded or the recently viewed files. All right. Yeah. There is also trash. When you delete some item, it goes to the trash. And like the Gmail, you remember what I showed us about the Gmail. So it works the same way. So this is your trash. And you can see this is my storage, the storage space. It's showing a 14.91 GB or 15 GB use. So it means that Google gave me 15 GB of space to use because I have a Google account. So now I made use of 14.91 of this 15 GB. So it means that I've almost exhausted the space. So when you exhaust the space, Google expects you to what? Upgrade by purchasing a larger space. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, but this 15 GB, wow, it's really big enough, to contain a lot. So for me to fill in this 15 GB means that I have a lot of file in this Google Drive. Okay. So you can upload any file. It could be documents, it could be photos, it could be audio, it could be video, whatever is it that you want to upload, you can upload that. All right, and it will be here in your Google Drive, and you can actually download it. So when you click here, you can see file upload. Just follow this and then upload whichever file you want to upload. And then when you want to download, you can see when you click on these three dots for any file, it shows you like some options which you can use. All right. So now this is a folder. Let me just get to a file. For example, this particular file here. Now, when you double click on the file, it will open the file for you to view. Okay. It's opening this file. Can you see the file is open for me to view? Let me just close it back and then click on the three dots. It shows me options for this file. I can download this file. When you click here, I can rename this file. I can make a copy of this file and it will be 2 in this Google Drive. And here I can share the file. Now you share the file by adding people or by what? The link. All right. So when I click on share here, it's loading. All right. Now it wants me to what? Give access to people depending on the setting that I have. So here it's saying restricted, that only people with access can open with the link. You see that? So when I pull down this, I can change the restriction and say anyone with the link. So when you click on it, it will update and say anyone with the link. So mean that anyone with the link now can view this file. Okay. So what I need, I say copy link. I've just copied the link. So if I now send this link to your WhatsApp and you click on it, you will just be seeing this file immediately. All right. But I can also change the access. I can say that anyone with this link can view the file or can comment or can edit. So this is the least privilege or access, and this is a higher access, and this is a much higher access to this file. All right. Okay. Or you can just if you don't want this, you just change the access, you just change it back. You remember how it was before? Yeah, it was saying that anyone with this link, like anyone, it's only people that are added. You just click here, you click on restriction, it has been restricted. So it's only people with access that can open this link. You understand? So when you copy this link and send to somebody, the person will try to open it, but it's not going to open. So what will happen is that Google will prompt that person to send you a request to give him access. Now, when you now receive this request in your email, you can now give that person access, and the person can now be able to, open this file. So that's how it works. So that is it about Google Drive for you. Okay. All right.